Oh, look at you all, sitting there in the dark, clutching your little futures like a priceless Faberge egg. You're worried, aren't you? These civilized people. You're wondering why that sweet little melody you were humming suddenly hit a sour note. Why that best friend vanished, or that perfect partner decided to zip out of your life faster than a bullet. You think it's a tragedy, don't you? A cruel joke played by an indifferent universe. You look up at the sky and whisper, "Why? Go HY?" Well, let me tell you a secret. A little punchline to that cosmic setup. The theme of our evening, folks, is simple yet deliciously dark. People. Sometimes God removes people to protect your future. And the protection, my friends, is where the fun begins. Think of the Almighty as a highly effective, though utterly theatrical, bouncer for your soul. Ah, the garden. Such a delicate analogy for the brutal, messy reality of human connection. Wouldn't you agree? We cultivate our lives like little plots of land, desperate for bloom and color. We water the roses, the friendships, the loves, the professional ties. With our time, our emotion, our precious, rapidly dwindling energy, we look at the abundance and think, this is good, this is safe. But we forget about the silent saboteurs, the truly cunning threats that don't come bearing thorns, but wearing the guise of support. I'm talking, of course, about the weeds disguised as wonders. They don't look like enemies, do they? They look lush, vibrant, maybe even essential. They've managed to snake their roots right up against your most delicate little dream. Sprout. That burgeoning ambition, that fragile flicker of self-belief, that audacious plan for the future. And they whisper sweet nothings in the wind, a gentle encouragement that keeps you placid, keeps you predictable. But the reality is far more vile. These cunning clingers are leaching the nutrients right out of the soil of your spirit. Every minute spent catering to their dramas, every emotional cushion you provide for their perpetual victimhood, every moment you dull your own shine so they don't feel eclipsed, that's a sip of water stolen from your roots. They don't want you to grow too tall. People, if you become a majestic oak, they're nothing more than ground cover, forgotten in your shade. So they maintain a perfect, delicate equilibrium of mediocrity. They keep you just happy enough to stay, but never powerful enough to leave. And then there's the invisible poison. This isn't grand, dramatic betrayal, folks. It's far subtler, far more insidious. It's the friend who, after you announce a big promotion, pauses for a beat too long, then says, "That's nice. I just hope you don't let it change you, you know. Make you too much of a workaholic." It's the partner who constantly reminds you how lucky you are to have their stable, simple life, subtly implying that your aspirations are frivolous or destructively ambitious. These are veiled insults, folks, packaged in concern and love. They are quietly releasing toxins that stunt your growth, convincing you that the true joy lies in being small, manageable, and compliant with their expectations. Now, the good Lord, or whatever cosmic, chaotic force you choose to believe in, is watching this slow motion poisoning. And unlike you, who is blinded by sentimentality and the sheer effort of removing them yourself, the divine gardener doesn't wait for your flowers to wilt, doesn't wait for your soul to turn black and bitter. He bypasses the need for confrontation, the awkward, messy business of severing ties. He simply performs an act of cosmic pruning. He yanks them out by the root! Civilized people with a swift, often painful, and utterly bewildering jolt. That source of subtle toxicity is gone. That friend who constantly undermined you, gone. That partner who kept you comfortable but trapped you in a perpetual state of smallness, poof. And your immediate, utterly predictable reaction is shock, then grief. You didn't see the toxicity because you were too busy romanticizing the company, assigning value to the length of the relationship rather than its quality. You called it loyalty, well, it was a leash. You called it comfort, it was a cage. But look at the hole they left. Your future. My dear, needed sunlight, not the heavy, suffocating shade they cast over your potential. And now, well, thanks to that swift, brutal removal, the garden bed is empty, raw, and ready. You've got room to grow into something magnificent, a beautiful, terrifying, unpredictable monstrosity. You can finally stretch your true roots, drink the full measure of life's water, and turn your face toward a sun they desperately tried to block. The pain of the loss is nothing compared to the freedom of the unseen escape. It's the ultimate, terrifying gift of empty space. Stagnation. It's such an insidious word, isn't it? It sounds so still, so calm, so utterly safe. And we, you lovely, predictable little primates, are drawn to safety like moths to a flickering neon sign. We, as humans, are creatures of habit, aren't we? These civilized people, we discover a routine, a decent job, a reliable relationship, a perfectly mediocre little apartment, and we declare, this is it. I shall build my castle of contentment right here. On this foundation of good enough, we settle into the rut, not because it's stimulating people, but because it's familiar. The known landscape is so much less terrifying than the vast, terrifying wilderness of the possible. You were comfortable, sure. You had your little rhythm, your predictable friction, your shared complacency. But comfort, my friends, is the silent killer of potential. It's the smooth, soft pillow that allows you to sleep right through the alarm clock of destiny. The moment you stop being restless, the moment you cease demanding more, is the moment you begin to slowly, gently die. And that person, the one who was removed, they were, perhaps unknowingly, the heavy, concrete block shackled to your ankle. They were the perfect excuse, the living, breathing justification for your inertia. Their presence meant you could always defer the difficult decisions. You could never truly take that terrifying leap. How could you move to that new city? Oh, they have a good job here. How could you start that terrifying, brilliant business? Oh, they need stability, and that idea is just too risky. They kept you firmly, securely trapped in the suffocating safety of the what if I fail zone. Every time ambition knocked on your door, you could simply point to them and whisper, I can't go. I have obligations. They weren't just a partner, they were your anchor, sinking you beautifully into the seabed of your former self. But the grand, magnificent bouncer in the sky saw this arrangement for the destructive inertia. It was He saw that the only way to get your ship sailing toward its true destination was to cut the damn rope. And so, with a sudden, painful, often illogical yank, the anchor is gone. You're suddenly alone. The stillness is deafening. You look down at your now free ankle and feel lost. You are a little scared, perhaps a lot angry. Angry at them for leaving, angry at yourself for clinging, and furious at the universe for this jarring disruption. And I say to you, goad! Embrace that fear! Clutch that anger, because that primal, vibrating feeling in your gut isn't sadness. It's fuel, people. It's the rocket propellant you need to escape the atmosphere of your past habits. God didn't remove a person, my dears. He removed your excuse to stand still. People. He eliminated the most compelling, most loving reason you had to remain smaller than you were meant to be. Now, the terrifying vastness of your potential is staring you right in the face. There's no one to hold you back, but more frighteningly, there's no one left to blame for not moving. The void is open, the path is clear. So take that fear, harness that shock and row! Don't walk. Don't stroll. Don't even think about settling back down. Run toward the unknown. Because that person's departure was a cosmic command. Your time to evolve is numb. Oh! Everyone wants a sidekick, don't they? A Robin, a Watson, someone to hold their hand, someone to nod sagely while they pontificate, someone to fix the messy bits and tell them they're a big boy or a big girl capable of facing the scary world. It's built into your silly, sentimental human DNA, the desperate need for a witness to your life, a mirror to reflect yourself, worth back at you. When you're faced with a minor crisis, who do you call? When you have a monumental victory, whose validation do you crave? That person, the one who was removed, was your constant, readily available source of borrowed strength, your immediate emotional crutch. But heroes, my friends, true heroes or villains, for that matter, are not forged in cozy companionship. Civilized people, they are hammered, twisted, and refined in the absolute, terrifying solitude of self-discovery. When that important person leaves, what's the first thing you feel? Aside from the pathetic little sniffles. Panic, you feel like half a person. A limb has been suddenly amputated, and the phantom pains are screaming. Who will listen to my endless whining? Who will organize my chaotic schedule? Who will fix the broken plumbing and, most crucially, WHOYL the letter and me? The almighty gardener. Seeing you comfortably dependent, realized you were about to face a challenge, a colossal opportunity, people that required you to be unbreakable. And you cannot become unbreakable while you're leaning. You were relying too heavily on their presence to stabilize your emotional core, to make decisions, to exist. You were outsourcing your confidence, renting your bravery by the hour. That human crutch had become an essential piece of your anatomy. The answer to all those frantic, panicked questions is a simple, beautiful, and utterly terrifying word: you. God removes that person precisely because you were borrowing their strength instead of recognizing your own. He needed you to realize that the raw, powerful, these civilized people, untamed strength you thought you were borrowing from them was actually yours all along, simply lying dormant buried under layers of codependence. It's a cruel lesson, yes, delivered with all the tenderness of a sledgehammer, but it is necessary. Now, you are forced to learn how to change your own tires, how to comfort your own fears, how to be the final authority on your own worth. You must become your own center. People, you are forced to discover the resilience that comes only from weathering the storm completely alone. And when you come out the other side, battle, scarred but whole, you realize something profound. You don't need anyone. And that, my friends, that lack of desperate, pathetic need, is the most dangerous power of all. It means your future is now driven by want, not necessity. This one is my absolute favorite. This is where the Divine Comedy takes a sharp, thrilling turn into high-stakes melodrama and espionage. It's all about the reveal, the grand, shocking moment when you realize you dodged a bullet, or perhaps a bomb. Sometimes, my dear, the person who was removed was not just a minor irritant, not just a gentle roadblock, but a full-blown, a terrifying ticking time bomb. They were a masterpiece of deception, a construct of smooth lies and selective truth, wrapped up in a pretty, tempting bow of familiarity and affection. You, blinded by your own hopeful projection and desperate need for connection, saw only the bow. You didn't feel the sharp, cold metal of the impending shrapnel. You were on a beautiful, fast track to a future filled not just with minor disappointments, but with genuine, spirit-crushing, gut-wrenching disaster. Let's paint the picture, shall we? Perhaps they would have bankrupted you over the next decade with their hidden debts and reckless habits, leaving you scrambling and broken precisely when you needed stability. Maybe they were a master manipulator, slowly, meticulously stripping away your professional network, isolating you from family. Until years from now, when the stakes were truly high, you would find yourself utterly alone, trapped, and completely dependent on them. They were an inevitable cataclysm waiting for the perfect moment to detonate. They were a slow, acting poison destined to crush your spirit years down the line, turning you into a pale, bitter echo of the ambitious, vibrant person you are today. They were the final, lethal blow waiting at the end of a long, shared path. But God, seeing the whole play unfold, the entire messy, complicated, and utterly tragic third act, simply says, cut the scene. He doesn't need to wait for the final gruesome outcome. Snip. They are ejected from the narrative with a shocking abruptness, a sudden, almost nonsensical departure. The universe simply snaps the connection before they can deliver the permanent structural damage. You feel pain now? Oh, I know you do! It's sharp, it's deep, it's immediate! But let me assure you, my little drama queen, this pain is a mere paper cut compared to the psychological amputation you were heading for. It is protection from a future version of you, a version that is not just sad or disappointed, but fundamentally broken, bitter, and unfixable because the damage would have been too deeply woven into the fabric of your life. The sudden removal is an act of divine preventative surgery. You don't know the bullet you dodged. These civilized people, you don't see the crater that would have been your life. You only feel the sting of the sudden loss. But trust me, that sting is the signal that you are safe from the worst people, most soul-destroying fate that was rapidly approaching, masked as your normal. Now, pick up the pieces and marvel at the magnificent future catastrophe you simply missed. And finally, we arrive at the grand finale of our little performance, the ultimate, most glorious act of clearing the stage. This removal isn't just about escaping toxicity or ditching inertia. It's about preparation. It's about ensuring your journey towards your ultimate, most chaotic and exciting future is not blocked by excess baggage. Think of your life, my dear audience, as a very small, very full taxi cab. You have a glorious, terrifying destination in mind, a place of monumental success, radical self-actualization, or perhaps utter, spectacular anarchy. These civilized people, but if that cab is packed to the brim with people who aren't going to your ultimate destination, people who are pulling you toward boring, predictable exits and detours, where I ask you, is the right passenger supposed to sit? Where is the co-conspirator, the true love people? The game changer meant to park their glorious self. They're standing outside, tapping their foot, waiting for you to kick out the clutter. The people who were meant to be a part of your magnificent future. The ones whose energy truly aligns with the magnificent monster you are becoming. They need a seat. They need the energy, the emotional capacity, and the sheer space that the recently removed individual was consuming. You see, energy is not infinite. Your attention is a finite resource. While you were busy investing your precious, limited reserves into that relationship that ultimately stagnated you, you were unavailable. Invisible sign that said "A partim ti donaut des turb." The true allies, people, the true passions, the true connections that would accelerate you toward your destiny, simply drove by, seeing you fully occupied with someone who was ultimately a distraction. When God clears out the clutter, when He performs this act of divine eviction, He is not just protecting you from something, He is clearing the deck for something immeasurably better. He is making room for the relationship that serves your highest, most wicked good. A partner who doesn't clip your wings, but buys you a jetpack. A friend who doesn't envy your success, but demands you strive for more. He's making a divine reservation for the person who will truly appreciate your chaos, who will not just accept your intensity, but match it, sparking a glorious, unpredictable conflagration. So, embrace the void, welcome the quiet, because the emptiness you feel now is not a sign of failure. It is a blank slate. It is the universe declaring, the main event is about to begin. Clear the area! The departure of the previous occupant means the perfect fit is coming. They are on their way, drawn to the newly available magnetic space you now occupy. Get ready for the next act, because this is where the real fun begins.